Yo, what's up guys, it's me, B-rad. Today I want to do a comparing video today. So, I just recently heard that Jaswear's made some new plushies for the FNAF license, and I got the Jaswear plushies. So, today I'm going to compare them to Funko's plushies, and then we're going to see who's the true winner of making plushies. So, let's get started with the main man himself, Freddy Fazbear. Alright, so we got Freddy right here. Look how good this looks. Like, comparing the details, the coloring, wow. Hey, look at this. This is so good. Also, I want to mention these plushies are so soft. Like, oh my gosh. This is their new tags, by the way. Funko's always use the classic with the Freddy for their tags. But look how good this looks. He does not have a plastic nose, which is good, so that won't get scarred up. He does not have puffy eyes like Funko, which I kind of prefer, but it still looks good. Also, these plushies have a special gimmick. Their eyes actually glow in the dark. Also, look at these eyebrows. This looks so good. Also, I saw a YouTuber saying Freddy's hat and bow tie look like velvet. It's actually not velvet. It's actually a kind of a what's the word? So if I take my Spring Bonnie yellow rabbit cosplay, it's like that material, but it's like a flaky material. It's not velvet. So don't get that confused if you do get this. Also, these guys are showing up in GameStop now. I just got Freddy at GameStop, and Bonnie and Foxy. Chica I got from Hot Topic. Be careful with Hot Topic, they're really expensive though. But yeah, this guy is so soft. He's kind of dummy thick though. Look at that side profile. But yeah, he is such a good plushie. Alright, I'm gonna compare him to Freddy Fazbear from Funko. Alright, so here's Funko's Freddy, and there's no denying who's the winner. Like, okay, so here's some things I like about the Funko Freddy. Obviously, the poofy eyes, that was a good thing that they could do. That was a good thing. But these eyebrows, come on. They obviously won with the eyebrows. But if you compare their hats though, I want to give a point to Funko. Their Freddy's hat looks a lot better. It actually has 2 layers of fabric. That one actually, Jaswear's Freddy hat actually has 1 layer. So it kind of messes up the hat a little bit. It's kind of flakes up. So you can't iron that because this can ruin the fabric too, which you don't want to ruin the plushies. But so Funko does get a point for that. They do use 2 fabric, but it's glued, not sewn. But yeah, also Funko's Freddy's coloring is so off. They made him light. They actually made him the correct color. But yeah, these are the 2 Freddys. Next up is my boy Bonnie. Look at this. This looks like Scott's official model. Like, look at that. My Bonnie's ear is kind of messed up a little bit, but I don't mind it too much. It kind of looks like it's flopped down a little bit. Also, I want to mention my Bonnie's body is super stuffed, so he's really stiffy. But yeah, he looks so good. They actually made him the correct color. I don't know if anyone knows this, and I might get a lot of hate comments if I say this. Lots of color stuff. I know this because Bonnie, I'm just gonna tell you, I know what color, I want to say what color Bonnie is. He's blue. I'm just gonna say that. He is blue, guys. Come on. I might get mean comments later, but I don't care. I'm going with my answer. Bonnie's blue. But yeah, look how good this looks. Also, yeah, look how freaky they are. Oh my, Jaswear's did a really good job at these. He does not have this hard nose, but they are, like I said, the eyes do glow in the dark. Let's compare him to Funko's Bonnie. Alright, so here's Funko's Bonnie. There's some things I like about the Funko Bonnie. One starting is about the bow tie. Jaswear's bow tie is a bit too small, and it's also pointing down. Unlike Freddy's bow tie on the Jaswear's, it's more sticking outwards. Bonnie's kind of tilts down, but it is a nice material. It's not printed fabric. It's kind of like a fleece material. But Funko's bow tie is kind of too bright, but it's still good. You can still see it. Also, Bonnie's colors are off on this one. Like, yeah, they're a bit off. Also, mine, Funko Bonnie's ear came like that when I got him from 2021. Not 2021, 2020. I got these are re-released plushies, by the way. These are not the Funko versions of 2026. These are 2020 versions, which I kept in good condition. You can tell they have not been used a lot. They do look really worn down because they've been on the shelf. Not on the shelf. They just haven't been used a lot. Because I'm not going to be playing with these. I'm just going to be collecting them. And there's no comparison. But obviously there's a winner. Alright, let's go look at Chica. Alright, next up is Chica. Look how good this looks. The best thing about this Chica is look how cute. I'm gonna say this. This looks so adorable. Better than freaking Funko's version. We know why. Okay, but the best part, this Chica actually comes with Mr. Cupcake. Which, the only time Chica comes with a cupcake is the official model, and then Sanchi's plushie actually had the cupcake too. So I'm glad that Jaswear's add Mr. Cupcake to Chica, because that's how it is in the game. And Sanchi's too. And also, look at this bib. That is super game accurate too. It's so good. They also did the light patch on the belly. That's what Chica has in the game. She does have the light power on her feet in the game, but also, like I said, the eyes do glow in the dark. These eyebrows look way much better than Funko's. And the hair. Don't get me started on Funko's hair. We don't talk about that. But look at this beak. This beak looks so good. They even added the little nose things on here. And also, Vicky. And also, they did the good detail in the back too. It's so good. Alright, let's compare it to Funko's. Alright, here's Funko's version, and there's no competition. Look at that bib. That one's so much better than freaking Funko. Look at Funko. That's so bad. And what is this expression? Look at that. And look. That one's better. That one's better. Look how good that one. That's so clean. I don't like this plushie that much, but this one is obviously my favorite because look how bad it is. Funko, you had one job, and come on, they could have just make it look like the plushie. Get out of here. Alright, after that, we got Foxy. There's some things I don't like about the Foxy, but he still looks amazing. For starters, his tufts of fur are not 3D. They're actually flat. They're not flat. They're just sewn together, which is fine, but it doesn't look fluffy. Also, his ears are really big and short to his head, which is fine. I also like the hair. The eye patch looks a bit strange. I do prefer Funko's version. He does have teeth. Like I said, chunky boy. They're all chunky. And this one does glow in the dark, like I always said. Now let's compare him to Funko's version. Alright, comparing him to Funko. Honestly, it's a close tie. I know Funko's teeth on Foxy look strange, but also I want to mention his eyebrow color. Foxy does not in fact have brown eyebrows. They're actually this color, which I give a point to them. And also the color is better on Jaswear's than Funko. But this one is the favorite from Funko. And honestly, I see why this one's actually, they did not do too bad. Also, I like the 3D rounded cheeks more than flat cheeks. Tufts of fur. Why do they call it cheeks? It's tufts of fur. Okay. But yeah, these, I think it's a close tie. Okay, let's see who's the winner. And the winner is Jaswear's. Come on. Much higher quality plushies, much more details, and much softer materials. I recommend getting these plushies. Don't get me wrong, the Funkos did their best, but these are better. I recommend getting them. They're so good.